Okay, shall we start? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin Muhammadin sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Alhamdulillah, we are coming to the end of which month? Right. So no more birthdays of the Prophet. Alhamdulillah. I don't know why I'm saying that, but it's quite annoying that people keep on celebrating the Prophet's birthday. And what is the next month, Muhammad? It's not Shaban, right? Rabiul Thani or Rabiul Akhir. Yeah, it is the month number 4, right, of the Islamic calendar. You must know this, isn't it true? Muhammad, do you know the Islamic calendar? Yeah, we should, isn't it true? So starting from Muharram, number 1, number 2 is Safar, number 3 is Rabiul Awal, which is now. Next one, Rabiul Thani or Rabiul Akhir. Next one, Jumadil Ula or Awal and Jumadil Akhir. Number 7, Rajab. Number 8, oh no, I want hear Tariq's answer.
Number 8, Ramadan.
In America, yes, but not Islamically, right? Number 8 is Sha'ban. After Sha'ban is Ramadan. After Ramadan, I want to see how American answered. After Ramadan is? Okay, Shawwal. Don't judge him, please. It's American. And then after Shawwal?
Oh, you're trying to put me on. I don't see.
Okay, Rabiul. After Shawwal is Zul Qaida, number 11, and Zul Hijjah. Right? So you must know this, isn't it true? Because all our activities revolve around the Islamic calendar, right? Yes. Today's lesson, consequences of opposing and opposing Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yeah, that means literally today's talk is about. There are people. When we talk about opposing and contradicting Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it includes contradicting the Quran, right? It includes they both come hand in hand. Yeah? You cannot extract one another, right? Because as you know, some people call themselves Qur'anists. Qur'anists means they only believe in the Quran, right? And completely it doesn't make a sense, because if you think they believe in the Quran only, how do you do wudu? Isn't it true? Wudu is in which surah, Muhammad? Sorry, you're just in front of me, so I need to ask you. I'm guessing answer. So number 5. What's number? 6. Right? About wudu and tayammum, both in the same verse. Yeah, but it did not specifically mention. Well, we have intentions first, start with Bismillah and all this. It didn't. We have the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sorry. Yeah, sure. You have the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to show us what to do, right? So if you look in Surah number 33, verse number 21, yeah, what did Allah say? Akram, can you read for me, please? In Arabic?
I got it in English if you want.
No, not in English. Arabic. Akram.
لقد كان لكم في رسول الله أسوة حسنة لمن كان يرجو الله واليوم الآخر وذكر الله كثيرا.
Okay, so it means indeed in the message of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam you have a good example to follow for him who hopes with the meeting with Allah and the last day and remembers Allah much. Clearly, is one of the examples in the Quran that we do need to follow both Allah, sorry? And remembers Allah much. Remembers Allah much. Yes. Yes, just remember Allah a lot. Right? So it is important, right, that we follow to the T, inshallah, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in order for us to get guidance. Agreed? Right? We cannot just rely on the Quran without relying on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yeah. Also, we talked about that Allah says in the Quran that if you love Allah, then what must you do? Follow Him. Agreed? Which surah is this?
Like 33, no, 35, 3, 31.
3:31. Qul in kuntum tuhibbunallah fattabi'uni. There's an annoying echo around. Whose echo is this? So, Qul in kuntum tuhibbunallah fattabi'uni yuhibbukumullah wa yaghfir lakum dhunubakum wallahu ghafurur rahim. Surah number 3, verse number 31. Right? That Allah said in the Quran, yeah, say Muhammad to all of mankind, if you love Allah, then follow me. Do we love Allah? Yes, you must love Allah. Isn't it true? Inshallah. And that we love Allah, then we must follow Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And if you do so, what happens? Allah will love you and forgive your sins. And this is very important. This is a very basic thing. So it comes hand in hand. Yeah, loving Allah and loving Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yeah. Now, so today's talk, the main verse is in Surah number 4, in verse number 115. Yep, in Surah number 4, in verse number 1. And this is very, brothers, you might be wondering, right? Why are people continue committing innovations and more innovations and more innovations and they never change? This is the answer. I'm sure in your culture, right? Algeria.
25. I was going to say how long
Okay.
will it take before you come for a contest?
Before the racist thing comes. And in my culture, 100% my culture, right?
Sorry, I think
All this what you're talking about, right? In Egypt, I've seen it before. In Sudan, right?
You recite it whilst there's dying, doesn't like on their deathbed.
Yeah, but whatever it is, there's a lot of things that are really Farouk, right? In the Islamic world, that the Muslims are inventing new things. And I'm sure you're wondering, right, Muhammad, how come people are not changing? They're still the same. And this is the answer, right? So if we look in Surah number 4, verse number 115, yeah. وَمَنْ يُشَاقِقِ الرَّسُولَ مِنْ بَعْدِ تَبَيَّنَ لَهُ الْهُدَى وَيَتَّبِعْ غَيْرَ سَبِيلِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ تُوَلِّهِ ما تولى ونصله جهنم وساءت مصيرا. Whoever contradicts and opposes the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam after the right path has been shown clearly to him and follows other than the believer's way, we shall keep him in the path he has chosen and burn him in hell. What an evil destination. This is quite scary, isn't it true? Right? It's very straightforward. Yep. That Allah says that if we continue, well, Halloween is coming, isn't it? Right? American?
Yeah. Well,
You guys started the whole thing.
Irish started this, wasn't it? It was Irish.
Are you Irish as well?
You're Irish, right?
People miss.
No, in the sense that, I don't know why Farouk, it came to the UK, Now, everywhere in
When I
my
was a kid,
neighborhood.
it wasn't a thing.
Sorry?
I started, I mean, like, maybe America
If you,
popularized
if you tell the
Definitely.
UK is part of Ireland, they will kill you. Right?
Oh, yeah, Northern Ireland, sorry.
Right now, so this is how people start. Well, the latest trend now will be in the Middle East. They're all trying to follow it. You see a lot of queue for the what they call it, the Halloween shops, costume shops, and subhanallah, this is our brothers who are supposed to understand the Arabic language, right? So, and then Allah said very clearly, if you insist on following that path, what happened? What do Allah do? You keep in that path. Sometimes I was wondering, I left Singapore about the year 2000, right? In the midst of course, there's so many of my people committing innovations, right? I came back once in a while. It's not get better, it gets worse. Nowadays, in my culture, right, Yasin, after the Salah, Ayub, people will gather here with Imam in a circle and they say the salawat to Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and they shake hands and all this. So completely, it wasn't there before. It gets worse and worse. So this is how innovation is, right? That's why it's important for us to keep to the practices of the original hadith, right? Authentic hadith, without without changing anything. Because if not, you do not know where to stop. Do you agree? Like the Christians now, right? They have the starting with the female bishops becoming gay bishops or gay priests. Do you agree? Right? And it becomes worse and worse. Right now they have. If you go to your summer holidays in Europe, in the churches they have all these orchestras playing. They have a ticket selling in all these in the church. Can you imagine? Of course, in your country, been there before in Krakow, right? All the concerts were there in the churches, and they charge money. They charge me at the church. They have all these what quintet, whatever it is. They pray in the church, just and that. How can that be part of the religion of Isa alayhi salam? Yeah, surely it completely has changed, and this is how innovation is so important, right? Because if you don't stick to the things that have been taught to us in the Quran, authentic hadith, as Allah said very clearly, right? Whoever opposes the Messenger of Allah after the right path has been shown clearly to him. Has the right path been shown clearly to us? It's very clear, isn't it true? It's whether you want to follow is up to you. And we're going to talk about later about how come things are very different. What are the reasons? First of all, surely the Islam that is practiced by us in the UK, inshallah, should be almost similar to the one in Saudi Arabia in the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in terms of doing the what they call it, doing the salah, right, the dua, right. Nowadays, as you know, people start to do this, right, after dua. Some people start to do this in some cultures, you know, right? I'm trying to yes. The terms on this are completely different, right?
That one's the weirdest.
During the Adhan, isn't it?
Yeah, even when the Prophet name is mentioned, when his name is mentioned.
Yeah.
We do dhikr as well.
Sorry?
They do dhikr after.
Yeah, that is your culture. That is your culture, Asian culture, right? Doing this. I've never seen it before. And so this is how we do need to stick to the truth, which was the message that was given by Prophet Muhammad and through in the Quran and all this. So we do need to really ensure that we understand that the path has been shown clearly to us. And this is again in my culture. Sometimes people there's a celebrity sheikh, you know. Celebrity shuyukhs have all these nice cars, nice shoes, and they pay a lot of money, and completely what they thought is very different. Yeah. Sorry, you say?
Why do they kiss their nails like thumbnails?
It's part of the. It's your people. No?
Is it true that
It's
they've
Asian
seen-
syndrome. It's your side. Sorry. Sorry. No, most of them I only see in Bangladeshi mosques usually.
Is it Deobandi?
I've seen
Is it
Syrian, I've seen a
Red?
lot
I'm
of
not.
Syrians, like Syrian Sufis. They do it.
Also the same. Allah knows best, right? And this is very important. That is why when I came back so many times, the people are not getting, they're getting worse in terms of innovations. And this is what Allah promised, right? If they still continue to do the innovation, Allah will keep them in the path that they have chosen. Now the thing that very important, the product He has chosen. That means we are given a free will, isn't it true? Do you agree? All of us given a free will. You want to follow that path or follow the right path. Agreed? It's nobody forcing you to follow their ways. But of course, you'll be like my side of the world. If I tell them what to do, I'll be demonized. But who cares? Because at the end of the day, my duty is to obey Allah. Agreed? Not to obey the people, right? If I were to tell them in my side of the world, because for them after a death, there would be 7 days of eating and yasin, another 40 days of eating and yasin and dua, and 1 year of eating yasin and dua, and all these kind of things. It's very prevalent in my culture. I suppose same is some of your culture, isn't it true? No?
I don't know that. That's what I think. A couple of the other ones, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yours, right? No. Okay. Yours is the grave worshipping it. So it is important that we understand the consequences, which is the topic for today, of disobeying the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. right? And he did say, what is his last verse? So he said his last sermon about following his ways. What did he say? Taraktu fikum amrayni lan tadillu ma tamassaktum bihima kitabillahi wa sunnatin nabi, which means I'm leaving you two things and you will never be led astray if you hold on to them. This is the Quran and my way. So the Sunnah. If you hold on to them, we will not be led astray. Right? So this is very important. So this is similar to other verses in the Quran. So if you look in Surah number 68, verse number 44, right? When Allah said, فَذَرْنِي وَمَنْ يُكَذِّبُ بِهَذَا الْحَدِيثِ سَنَسْتَدْرِجْهُمْ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Then leave me alone with such as belie this Quran. Who belie the Quran? Belie. Belie means that to lie against the Quran. Lie. Yes. That means if I were to invent new things, it's a lie, isn't it true? So for example, in this culture in the UK, some, as I said before many times, some of the women, they prefer to get divorced in a British law, in which the women will get 50% of the property of the husband. Is this what Islam taught us? No. So some people prefer to do this. And as I said also, brothers, if you were to be married, you are married, right? If you were to die, 68:44. If you were to die, what is the Iddah period? Iddah means the mourning period. Algeria perhaps 3 months. But what does the Quran say? There's America. 4 months, 10 days. Right? I think Surah number 2 was what, 236 or 234, one of the 23 something, right? Sorry? 4 months, 10 days. That a woman is instead of mourning. That means, i.e., she cannot go out unless she got to really work, nobody support her, then she can go out. Otherwise, she need to be at home, right? She can go to hospital if it's urgent and all this, but most of the time she need to be at home. So technically, 10 days, 4 months, 10 days. Right? Yes.
Is it for both divorce and widow? Or?
No, for the woman, for death.
No, I mean, it's
Widow.
only for them.
Yeah, only for death. Yeah. Divorce. To celebrate it. It was
They have to
celebrate.
wait. There's a waiting period, right?
Yeah, 3 months. Yes.
So if the husband dies and the woman's got 4 months and
Yes. Can you check for me? We should. I'm sure it's Al-Baqarah 2-3 something. Al-Baqarah. Yes. So she cannot be in public. She cannot wear makeup when she go out because she's not supposed to. What's the reason? 234, sorry. Yeah. So 234. All right. Yes. Can you read for me? Sorry. Read for me the verse.
والذين يتوفون منكم ويذرون أزواجا يتربصن بأنفسهن 4 أشهر وعشرا فإذا بلغن أجلهن فلا جناح عليكم فيما فعلنا في أنفسهن بالمعروف والله بما تعملون خبير.
English, please.
And those who are taken in death among you and leave wives behind, the wives shall wait for 4 months and 10 days. And when they have fulfilled the term, then there is no blame upon you for what they do themselves in an acceptable manner, and Allah is fully acquainted.
Okay, so this is quite important, right? Because when I attend funerals, I see many women,
Are they not
especially
allowed
the
to go
wives.
even to the funeral?
Precisely, I'm going to say this, right? Very clearly, right? So in the Quran, very clear, right? How you don't need any scholars to interpret. 4 months, 10 days, very clear. Yeah, for the widow, right? So that means literally you cannot follow your husband's body to the grave, isn't it true? You're not allowed to. This is the first thing. Secondly, as you said, Tariq, the scholars are quite unanimous in agreement that for women on that day of burial, they shouldn't follow.
Can you pray janaza? I had a question about this. Can you pray? Can the woman pray janaza? Like,
Yes, of course.
yeah,
Yes,
they can do that.
you will see it later. You go to Umrah and all this. Everybody is praying janazah anyway, right? So, but the problem is when the ruling was quite clear on that day of the funeral, the woman should not follow the deceased to be buried. They can go at other times. What is the main reason?
Yeah, to get if they hurt themselves, isn't it
All
hadith
this,
about
right?
how if they hurt themselves, like they're gonna actually
The
increase
disease, that is the disease, not disease. The deceased, not disease. The deceased will be tortured, right? If the tortured in the grave, if there is over mourning and over zealous expression of grief. Because why? Because we are supposed to understand this Allah's qadar, isn't it true? That things happened, people died. Yeah, sorry.
I heard there was a hadith, may Allah forgive Aisha, that when Prophet died, she got a bit upset as well.
Mm. Yeah. It is not, I mean, you're allowed to cry, of course. Even Prophet Muhammad SAW was crying when Ibrahim, his son, passed away. Not Imam, his son. No, not Ibrahim the prophet, Ibrahim the son. You cannot say alayhi salam. No, son of the prophet is not alayhi salam. You're not talking about the Prophet Ibrahim. Prophet Muhammad SALLALLAHU's son is called Ibrahim.
Okay.
Yes. So when the son died, right, he was crying. He just came out and he did say it's okay to cry. Yeah? To grieve for, but not to exaggerate your mourning for the deceased. Yeah? So all these things about people changing, and this is how they belie the Quran, sound like it, right? That means is if the mourning is 4 days, 4 months, 10 days, it's 4 months, 10 days. Agreed? It's not up to you and me to cut it short, right? The main reason actually also is because in case the woman was pregnant by the deceased husband, at least they would know who the father is. Agreed? Right? So that's why this is 4 months, 10 days. No mix around, no proposals or nothing at all. Right? So that they would know. This is Allah's wisdom, isn't it true? Right? So that they would know who.
Would be really confusing.
Sorry?
Inheritance would be confusing. If, like, for example, she gave birth to the son from
Yeah. You don't know who's yes. Okay. So leave me alone with such, says Surah number 68, 44. Leave me alone with such as belie this Quran. We shall punish them gradually from directions they do not perceive. And this is subhanAllah, right? What is the worst punishment that you and I can receive in this world? What's the worst punishment? What do you think, Muhammad? Sorry? No, what is the worst punishment you can ever achieve from Allah
leaving Islam.
in this life? What is the punishment? It's no. That we are not guided by Allah. Not guided by Allah. For me, it's the worst punishment. And that's why Allah said just now, right? For in Surah number 4, verse 115, the main topic for today, 4115, that if we continue to do all these innovations, we don't follow Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, that's it. Allah will make sure that we will continue to be in that state and eventually be punished in hellfire. And this is the worst punishment when we are not guided by Allah. Right? And it's important that we continuously seek Allah's guidance. Everybody, including the biggest shuyukhs and all this, they all keep on continue to ask for Allah's guidance. In fact, you and I know that the more knowledge that we have, the more we think that it's difficult to enter Jannah. And the more you scrutinize your deeds, isn't it true? The more we think that, oh, how can Allah... All the Sahaba were crying so many times, isn't it true? And they were promised Jannah. And yet you can see, for example, Umar ibn Khattab, the one whom even Shaitan was always trying to avoid his path, he had this channel on the eyes, on the face, the channel was always crying. Right? Uthman ibn Affan, right? He was the one who was always at the point of the graveyard. He's always crying. He didn't cry at all when we were talking about the day of judgment, but the point of at the grave is always crying because that is the very first treatment of the hereafter. If that, inshallah, if you pass through smoothly, everything has to be smooth. If that started with the punishment, subhanallah, the rest is not good news for any one of us. Yeah, so we do need to understand, as I said just now, the more knowledge we have, the less confident we are to the Jannah, which is good, isn't it true? That means we will always try to do more good deeds. We must always underestimate our deeds, not over, oh, subhanAllah, I've been fasting, I've been praying my tahajjud, I've been doing this. I mean, at the end of the day, there to judge whether you're going to be hellfire or paradise. It's Allah who will judge, right? And the more you underestimate yourself, the more you will be able to do more good deeds, inshallah. Okay? Now, the next verse, Surah number 61, verse number 5. 61, verse number 5. فَلَمَّا زَاغُوا أَزَاغَ اللَّهُ قُلُوبَهُمْ وَاللَّهُ لَا يَهْدِي الْقَوْمَ الْفَاسِقِينَ. So when they turned away from the path of Allah, Allah turned their hearts away. This was referring specifically to the people of the your people, right? The children of Israel, right? 61 verse number 5.
These people.
Right? So when they turned away, that means they disobeyed Allah, what happened? Allah turned their hearts away. And this is for me the worst punishment. Isn't it true? When your hearts are turned away from Allah. Yep. And Allah does not get the people who are fasiqun. Fasiqun means who knows the truth, but they yes, it's a freedom of choice and they chose to rebel against the truth. Do you think the rabbis know the truth?
Yes.
They say in the Quran, yes.
No, they argue.
No, hold on. In the Quran, in many hadith, they said the rabbis, perhaps not now,
Yeah.
last time, right? The rabbis, they know the truth.
Because now there's
Okay, so my reason, what is your reason why they know the truth? Do you know?
They believe in monotheism.
And about what is the reason that the rabbis know the truth, but they hide it? What is your reason?
Oh, because they're not from, because the Prophet, when the Prophet came, they wanted the Prophet to be from them.
Not only that, but there is an incident.
They would get people would not like them anymore. They'd lose all their
followers.
No, but there is a now, why we know that the rabbis know a lot, Farouk, is because of when how was Surah Al-Kahf revealed? The Quraysh people asked the rabbis in Medina, right? How do you know he's a real prophet? They didn't ask anybody else, but because the rabbis, they were people of the book. And the rabbis know the question, the three questions. What was the question? First question, ask him about the people at the cave. Second question, ask him about the person who traveled east and west, Zulqarnain. Last one, ask him about the ruh, your soul. If he claims he's a prophet, he would know this answer. Right? So then what happened? The people asked him, Prophet Muhammad,
He told them.
what did Prophet say?
He said, I'll tell you tomorrow.
He said, I'm going to tell you tomorrow, but he didn't say inshallah. And that's the answer came only about 15 days later. That's what Allah said in the Quran, scolding you and me. Whenever we say want to do something, we must say inshallah. I think first about 23 or 24, something like that.
I know it's a small, unnecessary question. Is it best to say inshallah before you say it or after?
What do you mean?
Like inshallah, I'll go tomorrow, or tomorrow I'll go inshallah.
Doesn't matter.
Yes,
This is UK.
What's the first one you said? The first one is fame.
The first one, asking the people of the cave. Al-Kahf means Surah Al-Kahf. Means Surah about the cave. Yes. No, the cave. Surah number 18. Have you read Surah 18?
300 years.
Then you read. Then it's very interesting. Then you will know, inshallah. Okay. Now, so this is sorry.
Read it after Maghrib.
Today, inshallah. Yeah. So Friday, people is a sunnah to recite Al-Kahf. Is it true? That means from Thursday night after Maghrib until Friday Maghrib time is the deadline, right? What is the reward?
Like from it's okay.
If I can explain, because I was like wondering, what organ is privacy? When you say is one, is it the same one like in
One what?
the
One what?
rewards?
Reward, yeah. I don't think we should contemplate about how much reward it is. I know. That's why I say I don't think we should be calculative. Do you know what I mean? Right? Alhamdulillah, if Allah reward us, Alhamdulillah. I won't calculate because inshallah some of us going to Umrah. The reward is 100,000 for one prayer. Right?
Is it the same?
Sorry?
When you heard like giving you like 600 like bullets,
Yes. It is literally.
so
Yeah. So but I don't think we should dwell deeply into it. Right?
that's
Why? Why you have to?
you said
Yeah.
sometimes.
You don't have to because at the end of the day, if Allah gives, Alhamdulillah. If Allah doesn't give, it's okay. Right? 30. Yeah, because it's in the Quran, the Hadith, and all this. But it's not something for me to. Oh, I need to count.
You're like tallying it up and you carry
Yeah,
calculator
every
around.
every day there's a table. You know what I mean? It's okay. We don't need to be so obsessed with this. But as long as we do whatever things we can, Alhamdulillah. Okay, hold on. So what is the reward of Al-Kaf?
And a light from here to
Are you reading Al-Kaf every Friday? I'm not. What's the reward?
You will have light from one Friday to the next Friday.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah. Who's that?
It's Reno. What's that?
Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair. So you will have a light from one Friday to the next. Light means
Oh no.
nur.
it's also
That means guidance. So when we talk, brothers, when we talk about the light in this world, it means guidance. It's not suddenly so bright. It's not, right? No, hold on. There's two hadith. That when we talk about hadith, is reciting Al-Kahf, we get light from one Friday to the next. That means you get this guidance, inshallah, from one Friday to the next, right? But it is important not just to read in Arabic and don't understand. Don't just read and yes, you understand, but you don't ponder over the verses. You must fulfill all the criteria of the Quran recitation. Isn't it true? They call it tadabbur. You read properly, inshallah. You understand and you ponder over the verses and you act upon it, inshallah. Right? It's very important. Secondly, as you said, Akram, the next reward of Al-Kaf is that you get light from your house to Kaaba. When you talk about this, obviously it's a physical light on the day of judgment. When it's going to be very dark, the Sirat, when you cross Sirat, how can you cross Sirat and when it's so dark and the bridge is thinner than hair, sharper than knife, right? You need light, inshallah, to do all this. So this is called physical light from your house to Kaaba, right? So this is and if you memorize the first 10 verses or last 10 verses, what happened? First 10 or last 10, according to the hadith? Yes. What is the reward? Yes.
Being saved from the Dajjal.
Protection from? No, that is al-mulk, right?
Being saved from the
No, I haven't finished my question. You need to answer my question. What is the reward? Not shaitan, Ayub. Memorize 10 verses of Al-Kahf. Dajjal, yes. Nobody said Dajjal.
No, he said
Sorry?
being saved from the
False Messiah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dajjal, yes, Dajjal. Okay? Not from, I don't know who said that. Not from shaitan.
I'm just guessing.
Okay, sorry, what question again?
The Surah.
Yes.
Is it only the hypocrites that's going to be falling down?
No, the sinners will falling down.
I know they're amongst the disbelievers.
They will fall down one of the first one because
The kuffars were trying to get through that as well.
yes, everybody have to go through it.
Oh, everyone.
Everybody got to go through.
Thought it was-
No, everybody go through. So how was the light of the hypocrites? It's the size of your thumb and goes on and off. Yes. Right? So we make dua that Allah would not make us among the munafiq, right? But is it important that we think that we are among the munafiq? Yes, because what is Sahaba said? Only those who are munafiq, hypocrites, think that you're not a hypocrite, right? Only those who are hypocrites think that they are not hypocrites. So we do need to really, as I said, underestimate ourselves and improve ourselves constantly, inshallah. Okay? Yes. Of what?
First 10 days will be saved from.
Say from the trials of the Dajjal, Messiah, false Messiah. Who will come? Where is he now? Is he alive now? Yeah, it's somewhere around. We do not know. Is it true? Right?
I heard, is it also the last 10?
Yes, last 10. This was it. First 10 or last 10? Yes. I cannot answer that kind of questions. If I say no, you laugh. Okay. Surah number 6, verse number 110. Yes. وَنُقَلِّبُ أَفْئِدَتَهُمْ وَأَبْصَارَهُمْ كَمَا لَمْ يُؤْمِنُوا بِهِ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ وَنَذَرُهُمْ فِي طُغْيَانِهِمْ يَعْمَهُونَ. 610. And we will turn away their hearts. Again, for me, this is the worst punishment for me personally that Allah can give any one of us. We will turn away their hearts. Why did Allah say we? Yeah, isn't it true, right? When the school say we forbid smoking in the school, for example, we means higher authority, right? So it doesn't mean there's 2 or 3 gods, right? And we will turn away their hearts and their eyes just as they refuse to believe in it the first time, and we will leave them in their transgression, wandering blindly. This is the worst punishment, brothers, that Allah can give to any one of His creation, to wander blindly, right? To take away the hearts and the eyes, right? So we do need to ask Allah to guide us constantly, right? Now, another interesting verse, and which we did discuss a lot of times in this class, Surah number 33, verse number 36, right? وَمَا كَانَ لِمُؤْمِنٍ وَلَا مُؤْمِنَةٍ إِذَا قَضَى اللَّهُ وَرَسُولُهُ أَمْرًا أَنْ يَكُونَ لَهُمُ الْخِيَرَةُ مِنْ أَمْرِهِمْ وَمَنْ يَعْصِ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ فَقَدْ ضَلَّ ضَلَالًا مُبِينًا. It is not for Mubina. It is not for a believing man and woman. Are we believing men and women? Inshallah, right? It is not for a believing man or a believing woman when Allah and His Messenger have decided a matter that they should thereafter have any choice about their affair. And whoever disobeys Allah and His Messenger have certainly strayed into clear error. What does it mean?
You don't have a when Allah,
33, 36.
when Allah the Prophet commands you to do something, you don't have any choice to say like, oh, we do have something.
See,
Yeah.
process me.
Yeah, so that means the whole surah is on Jum'ah, isn't it true? The whole surah called Jum'ah, agreed? It's not up to you and me to say, oh, actually, I'm very busy, I got work and all this, right? What happens if you have work all the time? What will you do? What must you do? Yeah, but what must you do, Ayub, if you have if your boss said that either you take time off or you don't quit from the job. Do you agree? It's not up to you and me to decide, oh, Friday I have work. I need to earn my thousands of pounds, right? So that I am able to buy a big house. I'm able to buy my Ferrari. Isn't it true? Yasin, right? So it's not up to you and me to decide. All right? Because Friday is a very, very important day for all of us. In fact, all of us must remember, brothers, that we should have a mentality, even though it's difficult to have in UK, that on Friday you must have change your mentality. Oh, this is a Friday. It's an Eid day for us, isn't it wrong? Everybody is an Eid, it's a celebration, right? So you do need to really start your usual routine of Friday. What is your routine of Friday? The first thing is Sunnah, Al-Kaf, right? Send the blessings of Rasulullah, right? In the morning, make sure you do ghusl, right? And then after that, clip your nails, yeah, come to the mosque early, inshallah,
Clean clothes.
right? Clean clothes, yeah. First, yeah, clothes, yes, inshallah, right? So it is important, yeah. Wassalam inshallah. So is it up to you, Muhammad, to decide? Okay, Friday, let's chill. Right? And it's important, right? This is what it exactly means. When Allah has decreed a matter, it's not up to you to choose, yeah, what we want to follow or not to follow, right? We know that there's,
Chapter 2, verse 85.
sorry?
Chapter 2, verse 85.
Yes, what did Allah say? 285 in the
Those who
those who pick and choose.
those who
أفتؤمنون ببعض الكتاب وتكفرون ببعض فما جزاء ما يفعل ذلك منكم خزي إلا في الحياة الدنيا ويوم القيامة يرد على أشد العذاب وما الله بغافل عما تعملون. Right? Do you asking the children of Israel, right? Asking your people, right? Do you disbelieve in part of the scriptures and you believe in the rest, right? What is the recompense of those who do so among you except disgrace in the life of this world, and in hereafter he will be consigned to the most grievous torment. And Allah is not unaware of what you do. And this is something which put 285 in the middle part. In the middle part, Tariq, can you find it? 285, yeah, in the middle part. But picking and choosing what we want to do. Okay. Another verse, right? 459. 459. Ya ayyuhalladzina amanu atii'u Allah wa atii'ur rasul wa ulil amri minkum fa in tanaza'tum fi syai'in farudduhu ila Allahi war rasuli in kuntum tu'minuna billahi wal yaumil akhir dzalika khairu wa ahsanu ta'wil. Oh, you believe. When Allah say ya ayyuhalladzina amanu, what does it mean?
Pay attention.
We must pay attention. Right? There are many verses, more than 80 verses in the Quran that begins with Ya ayyuhalladina amanu, right? Which means who said this to pay attention? No, who said this
Said this.
to pay attention? Ibn Mas'ud, Ibn Mas'ud, I know, but he said when the verse begin with "Oh, you believe," you must pay attention because what comes of that is a prohibition or a command from Allah. O you believe, obey Allah and obey the messenger and those in authority among you. Who are in authority? Is it the imams? No. Right? It is usually those that the mufti who are in charge of the whole country. Each country, Muslim country, Algerian have your mufti, Sudan have mufti, right? You need to follow those who are in authority.
the ruler.
Islamic ruler in general, right? If you disagree over anything, Ayub, if you disagree over anything, what happened? Refer it back to Allah and the messenger. If you believe in Allah on the last day, that is the best way and the best result. So what does it mean, Yasin? What does it mean, this verse? That means if you do not know what is a ruling, should I recite Surah Yasin on Thursday night? What do you do? Refer to the Quran and authentic hadith. If it's not there, then we shouldn't do it. Isn't it true? Right? And it's very important, right? Should we go to the grave and do things as what you asked me about wasila, right? These people, they will they will, in Cairo, they will go to the Imam Hussein's mosque, right? You've been there, right? Okay. In order to ask, I'm not talking about one or two, no? Are you? I'm talking about hundreds. They make so much noise. They're asking for the deceased, right?
That place is pretty. It's black and like red.
Oh, you went there for it?
No, no.
I don't know what's happening to the country, right? So, and this is important, right? That with what is wasila? Okay. seek nearness to Allah, right? In order to ask something, right? So this is important that some people go to the grave in order to ask for many things. Right? So we have to avoid all this. Jazakallah khair.
You have this one also. Just very nice there. Sorry for the left hand.
It's okay. Jazakallah khair. Okay. So do you understand this? Especially the last part, right? If you disagree, I mean, I'm sure all of us disagree about some things, isn't it true? Do you agree, Tariq? We may disagree about things, right? Then your solution is not, okay, whether him or he, you need to know where is the dalil, right? The source, Quran or authentic hadith, right? So do be careful about the celebrity shuyukhs, right? Especially in America, right? That, and they will only mislead you astray. Mislead you, sorry. Will lead you astray, and they will mislead you. So do be careful about things that are misleading, yeah, on the internet. Some of the things that really mislead you are the social media, right, and the all the share Google. It's quite confusing if you do not know the truth.
Google's good.
Google is for my reference sometimes, but make sure you know it. Because sometimes I just need to know which hadith and all this is all there, right? Okay, so how many minutes we have? It's 10 minutes, right? 9 minutes, right? Before we end, inshallah. So the issues that we discussed today. First thing, brothers, Ayub, Yasin. Let's summarize the things that we discussed today, right? The first thing, avoid innovations. Innovations will lead us to hellfire, and we do not. What happened? In the
You don't change.
you do not able to drink from the Al-Kawthar, right? So be careful innovation. Secondly, seek knowledge from reliable sources. When I say reliable sources, doesn't mean Sheikh Google, right? Mufti Ming. Just go ahead. Right. Okay, next one, seek guidance. Brothers, guidance is up to you to actively seek guidance, isn't it true? You must do it all the time. You cannot just read the Quran once a month or once in Ramadan. It will never work. Yeah. Next one, seek Furqan. What is Furqan? A criterion. How do you seek? How do you attain Furqan? By reading the Quran. Okay, good. Secondly, having taqwa. Which verse? 829. Right? If you 829, it says, "Ya ayyuhallazina amanu in tattaqullah yaj'al lakum furqana." If you truly believe, if you have taqwa to Allah, you will grant you furqan. Furqan means you see something doing dodgy things, you know it's dodgy. There's no hadith. You will know it. It's all from Allah through His guidance. Right? Next one, avoid following the majority. We also want to follow majorities. If everybody's doing it, you must do it, right? That's not the case. Right? You need to know that when Prophet Muhammad started his da'wah, was he the majority?
No.
He was being abused and all this, right? So always follow. Always do not follow the majority if the majority is not on the right path. Yeah. Next one. Be careful of shaitan, because shaitan has 7 traps. What is the first trap of shaitan? Shirk. Second one, innovations. Innovations is second. Why is innovation second largest trap of shaitan?
Because you don't know if you're doing it.
Because we do not know, right? That you are doing bad deeds. You think that you are doing all the dhikr and all this. Actually, it's all innovations. You have to be careful. Third trap of shaitan,
Big sins.
major sins. Fourth is minor sins. Number 5,
Waste time.
that you do things that is mubah, allowed, but it's a wasting of time, like watching football and all this. Yep. Number 6,
Lesser evil.
prioritizing less important deeds. And last one, all out attack. Yeah. Number 7, right? Be careful of culture. Your culture, my culture, right? It's very destructive, right? If you are just following it without understanding about whether it is halal or haram. My culture, for example, in Malaysia, right? What did they do? When they have a royal family there, right? When they meet a royal family, what they do? They do this.
Ustad, you're not allowed to bow.
No.
What if I
That's
go
why I choose to be a solicitor, not a barrister. A barrister got to go to court and ridiculous, isn't it?
These are the shiriks.
Yes, it's sure you have to be careful.
Hindu like this.
Yeah, same thing as in Indonesia. This. Yes.
Apparently in Indonesia they start when they start with they do it on the left side to give respect to Mecca or something like that.
No. Don't. I know the innovations, but you don't make up stories about my innovations.
Indonesian. You see Indonesian.
No.
That's why you start with the left side.
No. Only your friends did it. Right? We have a lot of innovation, not that. Right?
That's crazy.
So don't accuse the innovator of innovations.
I don't know guy who would do that.
Okay? So this is important about culture. Right? We discussed before how the Afghans, right? They walk underneath the Quran, right, in order to get the blessings of the Quran, right? My culture, they put the words of Quran to get to protect the house. All these are innovations. You have to be careful. Right?
Put it in the car.
Yes.
Like it's a dice.
Yeah, I told you, right? One of the person in my gym, they put tattoo Allah here. Right. All right. So you have to be careful. Last question. Any questions? I hope today's topic is short but effective, inshallah, right? To make you understand about the consequence of disobeying the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam will lead us to us performing that innovations forever until we die, because Allah did not guide these people, right? And secondly, it would lead us to hellfire. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us, from doing these evil deeds. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to follow Quran and authentic hadith. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us for our shortcomings and grant all of us Jannatul Firdaus. Subhanaka wa ta'ala ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wa sallallahu alaihi Assalamu alaikum. Jazakumullah khair. We take a break for 3 weeks, inshallah, because some of us are going to Umrah, right, for 3 weeks, and we see each other on the first 3 weeks.
So there's no class on Saturday, right?
This Saturday, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
this Saturday.
yes.
That's the last one.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the last class.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Why you